A very good morning to you, Lerato. Thank you so much for joining us. What can you tell us from where you are?
Well, a very good morning. Not as busy as Cape Town, I can state. Really a slow morning here in Wolfson Stadium in Gqeberha, but people slowly trickling in. Quite quiet this morning, but those that have voted say there's been a smooth, seamless operation in terms of voting. Stations opened on time, papers delivered on time, I see officials in the stations on time. And also just to speak into your stats that you mentioned earlier on, stats coming in from IEC state that the NMB has actually the highest number of special voters this year, 73,000, followed by Buffalo City at 35,000, and lastly in Gqeberha municipality at just over 11,000. And also, like you said earlier on, that the use of online applications this year has also increased more than 2021. But this morning I'm joined by Themba Mzansi, who's just cast his vote, saying that it was a seamless, peaceless and very organized voting system here at Wolfson Stadium. Good morning, Dada. You said earlier on that you just voted. Talk to us through how the entire process was inside. Was everything organized, seamless, and how was the entire process for you?
Yes, it was organized, and when I've entered, I've just seen the whole station that is already set up, and then everything was organized, and then I went through all the tables and collected my ballot and went to make my mark, and then I put it on the boxes. I think I've marked all three of them.
And Dr. Mzansi, also, you obviously are casting your vote, I'm sure, for the 20th time now. When we speak about the 30 years of democracy, as you reflect back in the past 30 years from the first time you voted until now, what are some of the highlights that you can perhaps highlight in terms of our democracy, and where can changes be done, especially for people that are physically challenged?
Yes, in fact, all disabled people, not only physical, we have different disabilities in the metro. And we need some kind of attention, because a lot of things that in the democracy that have been happening are like we don't have much of our people in the workplace. Yeah, workplace is more critical on our side. We are not employed, and we also, our education also. Yeah, most of those who have obtained their graduate certificates are not also employed. You see, the unemployment is high on our side as persons with disabilities. But on again on the education system, yeah, we need to have more teachers of persons with disabilities, because we have a lot of persons with disabilities that are not at school. Yeah, due to the failure of maybe finding earlier that the person is intellectually not well. So we are failing to have schools that can monitor in an early time, maybe from what we call it, ECDC, yeah, early childhood development, to sort out all those who have disabilities, learning disabilities, so that they can be accommodated to their schools. We have less, we have not reached the number of employment. Out of school persons with disabilities are not working, are all over the location doing nothing, and they tend to be drug addicts.
Thank you, Well, that was Themba Mzansi, who just cast his vote, speaking about some of the challenges faced by people with physical disabilities, saying that in terms of the education sector, more schools need to be opened in the Eastern Cape, more teachers that understand the curriculum of those that are physically disabled need to also be employed, but also saying in terms of youth unemployment, which continues to be a huge issue here in the Eastern Cape and also in Gqeberha, saying that more focus must be done to create more jobs, create more work-friendly environments for people with disabilities, and an overall improvement for those that are disabled. Let's go back to you in studio.
All right, Lerato, thank you so much for the update. Lerato Fekisi there is out in Gqeberha, and we've just seen her talking to one of the special voters who's been registered for special voting, who is a wheelchair user.